Hello and welcome to the meme creation course. I'm Paddy Jobsman and today I'm going to show you how to make memes, how I make memes, my entire process for making memes, and how I use memes to make sales, to grow my online audience, to grow awareness, to build engagement with my audience. And we're going to run through my entire creation process from start to finish. I'm going to show you how I come up with meme ideas, all the different methods that I use to come up with memes and create memes. I'm going to show you some of my best performing memes, and we're going to go through the process of how I came up with them. And as well as that, I'm going to show you how to create both image and video memes that can be used across all the major platforms. And with the process that I use to create memes, with these methods, I've been able to consistently create viral memes on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the odd one on LinkedIn. None of it's rocket science. You can absolutely replicate it for yourself, for your own business, your own brand, for the company you work with, whatever your niche is. The process is evergreen. It's worked for me, and if you're consistent, if you get into the meme creation process, if you give it a good go, it will absolutely work for you as well. And by the end of this course, you're going to know how you can use memes to connect with your audience, to grow your audience, to build your brand awareness, to make sales. So without further ado, let's fucking dive right in. Now, to make memes that hit, that land with your audience, you need to be very familiar with what is going on in your industry, what is going on with your audience. All the pain, all the struggles, all the cliche stuff, all the unspoken rules, the games that you must play in order to survive, in order to get along with people in your industry, in order to do whatever you need to do, all the taboo stuff. You need to be very familiar with all of that. And the reason being is that you want to know what emotionally triggers your audience. Because when you know what gets them riled up, when you know what pisses them off, when you know what frustrates them, you'll be able to communicate those emotions through your memes. Because when you come across a great meme yourself, it relates to you in some way. It captures how you feel about something. It makes you feel seen in a way. You're like, that's true. And that's what makes a meme blow up. That's what gets a meme a ton of engagement, is that people can relate to it. And if they can relate to it, they're going to share, they're going to like, and they're going to follow you because you get them. This page gets me, this person gets me. I'm going to stick around and see what else they post. And just to reiterate this point, I got this comment on one of my memes this week, and this woman said, I don't know how you do it, but you post memes that are literally what's in my head at the moment I see them. And this is entirely by design, because I've mapped out everything that triggers my audience emotionally, and then I communicate those emotions through the memes. And I'm going to show you how to do the very same thing for your own audience. So essentially, you just need to map out all the emotional triggers your audience feels. Then you need to build a library of memes for inspiration. And then from there, it's just about matching the emotional triggers to the memes in your library. So I'm going to show you how to do all that now. So below this video, in the resources section, you will see a link to the meme idea doc. And when you click into it, there's different tabs here, but we're going to focus on the first tab here, topics. And here's where you're going to map out everything that gets an emotional response from your audience. Now, I've already put in a few topics just to help you get the ball rolling. These are the topics that I use to build out my spreadsheet, and I'll show you mine now in a second. Essentially, you want to map out everything that causes pain, annoyance, any cliches, any common stereotypes that are frustrating in your industry. You want to map all them out. You also want to map out all the shenanigans that go on in your industry. Everything that's funny, everything that's taboo to talk about, what gets joked about, and also the games that must be played in your industry, or the unspoken rules, because you'll find that these are great topics for creating memes. So this is what my meme idea doc looks like. On the topic of any pain, any injustices, any struggles, the annoyances that go on in my industry, my target audience are job seekers and employees. So this is all pretty obvious. Things like micromanagers, loyal employees getting paid less than new hires, companies saying we're a family. I mean, it can be anything that goes on that annoys your audience. Just get it down here. Then for the happy times, for the funny stuff, for the taboo stuff, lying in interviews, lying on your CV, on your resume, that's all taboo stuff. And you know, the happy times as well. What creates the most happiness in your audience? For example, my best performing memes relate to quitting a job, because that is just an enormously enjoyable thing to do, to quit a shitty job. So what I want you to do now is to just start filling in the meme idea doc, open it up, click the file button, click make a copy, and then you'll be able to start editing the document. A few prompts, a few questions to help you along with the idea generation process is: what are the most common cliches in your industry? What taboo topics do people avoid discussing openly? What are the unspoken rules? What games do people have to play? What are everyday annoyances or frustrations in your industry? What are the common misconceptions or the stereotypes that your audience always has to deal with? What brings joy to people in your industry? When are they most happiest? And I know I keep saying, have a think about what sparks an emotional response in your audience, but think about what sparks an emotional response in you, because you're going to be able to create memes based on your own lived experience, what you're feeling about what you do for work or what goes on in your day-to-day job, your industry, whatever you do. Have a think about what pisses you off, what causes an emotional response in you. And when you go through your day with this filter on of, okay, what's going on in my workplace, what goes on in my industry, how can I turn whatever I do into memes? When you're looking through your day-to-day work through this lens, naturally you're just going to come up with meme ideas. They're just going to come about. So as well as focusing on your audience, focus on yourself and just analyze your thought process as you go through your day and analyze what you're feeling and what made you feel a certain way and why did it make you feel that way. And that will help you then build out your meme idea document and help you come up with more triggers, more frustrations, more themes that you can use for your memes. Now, when you finish this workshop and you go out and you start collecting memes for your industry and gathering memes and doing research, it's going to be much easier to start filling out this meme idea doc. So don't worry if not too much comes to mind at the moment. Just get down what you can, and we're always just going to be building on this and expanding on it, and then you'll have more ideas down the line to create memes. Because how it works is that when you have this complete, let's say that you come across a great meme but you're not sure how to apply it to your audience, to your industry, you can quickly just run through this document, scroll through all the memeable topics, and then you'll know how you can edit the meme that you found that blew up, that went viral, and how you can tweak it and tailor it using one of the topics in this document. That's how I make the majority of my memes. And as you create a meme, as you come across new topics, you're just always adding it to this document. Now the next step is to start building your meme library. Because for the majority of the time, I'm just collecting memes. I'm just gathering memes that have blown up from other pages. And when I see them, sometimes straight away I know how I can apply them to my audience, to job seekers, to employees. You just know straight away. Sometimes it's just so obvious to you. Other times you're just storing the meme for a rainy day. You know it's a good one, so you're going to come back to it later, or you have it in the back of your head. And then when you come across something new, another topic comes up, you might see a comment under something, you might see someone with a great take on Twitter, whatever it is, you'll know that's how I can use that meme. So a big part of just posting memes consistently is collecting memes consistently. I'll give you an example. So I had this picture of Zuckerberg in my meme library for a while, right? He's just creeping through a window. It's funny, but I didn't know how to apply it. Wasn't sure how to use it. And then a couple of months back, this AI generated image of Zuckerberg was starting to trend on Twitter, and everyone was just memeing it up. Lots of people were showing the contrast from what Zuckerberg looked like 10 years ago versus now. So there was two contrasting images. And when you have two contrasting images, it creates an expectation versus reality scenario. So in my meme idea doc, you'll see here that for my ideas, I have an expectation versus reality list of ideas under the, the pain and injustices topic. And when I scroll through that, I'm able to see, all right, how can I apply this before and after expectation versus reality scenario to my own audience? And a common trope in my industry is that managers will fabricate a wonderful workplace in the interview process, and then when you get into the job, the reality is that you're just getting micromanaged. So this Zuckerberg meme of expectation versus reality fitted perfectly with this common trope in my industry, and then I made this, done really well, and it kind of just wrote itself. I didn't really have to think much about it. It was already done once I had the two images. So that's a lot of the process, and this only works if you're collecting other memes constantly, and by doing so the ideas will come to you. And just to give you a look at my setup, so I have my memes categorized into topics, and then when you click into each one, you'll just see a bunch of memes. but sometimes it can be hard to categorize memes, especially if they're completely random. So I do have a folder where it's just a whole bunch of memes scattered throughout, and sometimes I'll just scroll through this just to generate ideas. But this is what you want to set up on your own desktop, on your own Google Drive, is just to have a library of memes. And the best way to collect memes to inspire your ideas is to curate your social media feeds. You want to be following all the best meme pages on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, because there's people out there whose only job is to create memes, and you can use their ideas and remix them to inspire your own memes. So with a curated feed, you'll log on to Facebook, you'll log on to Instagram, whatever it is, and you'll just be scrolling, and you'll just be fed an avalanche of memes that you can just constantly save to your library. And in that way, you'll just always have ideas on what to post. So the next thing I want you to do is start curating your meme feeds. And to do this, I recommend setting up new accounts on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Accounts dedicated just to gathering memes. And all you're doing is following the biggest creators, both in your space and in the meme community at large, and just reinventing their memes. That's how you'll go viral. That's how you'll build banging memes. So to help you get started with this, in the meme idea doc, I have a tab with a bunch of meme pages to follow. And these are across Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Reddit, and LinkedIn. So I recommend going off now, creating the meme accounts, following these pages, and that way you'll have a curated feed of memes to inspire your own memes. Now I'm just going to go over some best practices on how to curate really good meme feeds on each platform, starting off with Instagram. So first of all, you want to follow meme pages that operate in your industry. So if you just type in your industry followed by the word meme or memes, like for me, for example, it might be work memes, office memes. You might be typing in accounting memes or car memes, whatever it is. See what pages show up. If they're posting every day, if they have a decent following, you know, maybe 10, 20K followers, 50K followers. The main thing is that they're active, that they're posting every day. And if they are, give them a follow, go onto their feed, like their stuff. And another thing you can do while you're on their page is that a lot of these meme pages will pin their best performing memes at the top. So as you're checking out these meme pages on Instagram, look at their pinned memes. So I'll give you an example here of how I did this. Now this one was on TikTok, but there's a big meme page on Instagram called That Guy Jokes. And I went to his TikTok, found one of his best performing memes that was pinned, me resisting the urge to say, "You can't park there, mate," Joe Rogan in an ice tub, struggling. Yeah, it's fucking funny. And then I just remixed this, applied the video to my own audience, added some serious music, me resisting the urge to speak my mind at work because I really need that paycheck. And this one performed quite well. And all I've done is took this video and just added my own text relevant to my own audience. So these pinned posts are a gold mine for you. You'll get tons of ideas on how you can remix their best performing memes, because if you can find a meme that has already proven to go viral for one audience, well then it's very likely that you'll be able to use that very same meme to go viral with your own audience if you get the messaging correct. So on Instagram, after you've engaged with these meme pages, exit out of the app, go back in, let the algorithm reset. And if you click the search icon at the bottom, you'll be given a grid of posts that you may be interested in. Now, if you see a meme, if a meme pops up that you can see in the grid, click on it. And then if you continue scrolling, Instagram's going to show you related content to that first picture that you clicked on. So you're going to find more meme pages, you're going to find more meme ideas. So if you come across a good meme, screenshot it, save it, upload it to your drive, upload it to your Google Drive, where you're going to start saving all your memes. And then if it's a good meme, go to the posters page, see if they're a prolific poster, see if they post every day, and follow them. And then another thing you can do is, if it's a big meme page, you'll notice that if you click into their followers, they only follow generally a select number of pages. But what I found is that a lot of these pages are other meme pages, because everyone is just doing the same thing. They're just looking for inspiration and ideas from other creators and using those ideas and tailoring them to their own audience. That's the whole game. So see who they follow and then follow those pages as well. Followception. And a good signal that a post has done well on Instagram, if it has over 100 comments, if you can see the shares has a K, if it has thousands of shares. And this is how you start building out your meme library. You don't have to worry about categorizing it at the moment. Just get those memes in there. And as you collect more, you'll start to notice patterns and you'll start to figure out, okay, how can I start categorizing these into relevant topics? Just in the meme idea doc as well, under your topics, the ones I have in here are just to get you going. You might have some other ones that you can expand on, so don't be tied down to whatever you see in here. So that's Instagram. TikTok, you want to, again, go to the search bar and type in keywords or key terms related to your industry. So construction memes or whatever it is. And see what has a few 100,000 likes. You can filter by most liked in the corner and just start liking these videos, the ones that you think are good. Screenshot the ideas. You can also favorite videos so you can save them and then you can view them all quickly on your profile, and then that way you can quickly generate ideas. You can do the same on Instagram. Actually, you can save a post to a folder, and then that way you can go to this folder of saved posts and just quickly skim through to get ideas. And then by liking other memes on TikTok, when you go to your algorithm, the algorithm will just start feeding you more memes, and this will give you a whole bunch of ideas. Click the posters page, follow them, see what other memes they've posted on TikTok, look at their pinned posts, gather ideas, just keep collecting ideas, keep getting inspiration, keep screenshotting, keep saving, and get all those memes saved to your folder. And when you visit the creators page on TikTok, you can actually filter by most popular video. So this is a great way to just get their best performing memes that you can quickly then scroll through them, get the ideas, and yeah, away you go. And if you see a video unrelated to what you want the algorithm to show you, you can just hold your phone, hold the screen, and it will give you a pop-up of options, and you can just say not interested in this video. Twitter, same again. So I've given you a bunch of Twitter pages that post memes. Some of them are a bit unhinged, I'm not gonna lie, but I like the unhinged memes. They're entertaining and you can find ways to water them down. And to create your feed on Twitter, you want to also say what you're not interested in. So for me, anything to do with Irish politics, I just hit the three dots and just say not interested in this post. Because on Twitter, I'm here for memes. I'm not here to get into any political or fucking shy. So that's a good way to create your feed on Twitter. And of course, engage with memes, like them. If you see a good meme, hit the like button, follow the creator. There's also pages that do meme dumps as well. So this page here, Spill the Memes. You'll see here from time to time these pages will just tell people, okay, post your best memes, and it will just be a thread of just, you know, you see here 1,000 comments. So these are all just people posting memes, and a lot of the times you'll find memes that you've never come across. So just keep clicking show more replies, scroll through, save anything to your drive that you like. I also recommend installing an extension onto Google Chrome called Tweet Hunter. And basically what this does is when you go onto Twitter and you visit a profile, it shows you on the right hand side their best performing posts. So you can scroll through this. You can also click see full results. So similar to the pinned post, this shows you what has already blown up and will give you ideas on how you can reinvent these memes for your own audience. And just like you can save posts on Instagram to create a folder that you could quickly scroll through for ideas, you can do the same on Twitter or X with the bookmark feature. So if you see a meme that you like or an image or a piece of content, just click that bookmark button. And what you can do then is if you click the profile icon in the top left hand corner, click bookmarks, all bookmarks. Of course you can categorize these bookmarks if you wish. But as you see here, I have a feed of tweets that have blown up, or memes that I like, or memes that I think I can remix and rework and tailor to my own audience. So you can quickly scroll through your bookmarks on Twitter or X just to get more ideas. For Facebook, I know people think Facebook is dead, but Facebook is an unbelievable resource for memes. Unbelievable. My feed is just brilliant for memes. And in the meme doc, I've included some groups for you to join. So play around with the search bar on Facebook, type in your industry plus the word memes, and see what pops up. But you'll see here, I just have an endless stream of memes on Facebook. And if I see something that's unrelated to what I want to see, I'll just click this button here. And that means that Facebook will know not to show me that topic again. Reddit is the next source, and it's unbelievable for finding memes that have proven to hit. So if you find a meme subreddit, I've included a few in the meme idea doc, but you can basically just filter here by top, all time, and then you'll just be presented with the best performing posts or memes on that subreddit. And this is just an unbelievable resource for memes that have performed really well. As well as this, as you go through the memes, if you click into each one, you'll find a conversation underneath the meme. And these conversations will have more ideas for you on how you can apply the meme to your industry. So if you find, a good meme, run through the conversation below and you'll just find some more funny takes, because people on Reddit are just constantly shit posting and trolling and just having a good time in general. So here, for example, wear multiple hats. We're too cheap to hire more people. I could save that comment and use it for a meme related to my audience. Because people are talking about what problems they have in your space. So as well as giving you more ideas, it's going to help you build out your, the topics within your meme idea doc, because you'll find out what pisses people off. So just do a bunch of research on Reddit, just play around with it, and you'll just get tons of ideas for everything that we're talking about here. And sometimes you'll just see something that you can reshare as is. Like I came across this image, getting laid off tomorrow. They don't know, I know, what should I do to make this as uncomfortable as possible for my employer? Cupcakes, because you're celebrating closing on the new house yesterday and just found out you're expecting twins. Like, that's just funny. And I just added here nothing really. I just said create chaos. The post done decent enough. Another one here, your task is to blow a job interview in the first 30 seconds. What do you do? And here I just added my own spin, a meme that I had already reposted. So you can use these outrageous topics and add to them, or you can just post them as is. So to find subreddits related to your industry, just, play around with keywords in the search bar, see what pops up, see what's the most popular subreddit, and get in there. And at the moment, I'm actually finding Reddit to be the best source for new memes. All the different filters, the hot, the rising, just going through Reddit. I mean, look at this one here. There's a meme that has 30,000 likes. It only got posted 16 hours ago. It's just unbelievable for finding what memes are starting to trend, blowing up. And generally what I'm seeing is that memes are showing up on Reddit first, and then I'm seeing them trickle down to Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. So by using Reddit and making it a habit to scroll Reddit every day for new memes, you'll find a lot of memes that no one has posted before in your space or in general. And then that way your content will be more original, will be more unique, and that will help build up great engagement and help you grow your followers on social media. So once you have your meme feeds curated on these platforms, just spend a few minutes every day scrolling through, gathering ideas. I always come out with something, and never fails. Now I want to talk about some other really good sources of inspiration and places where you can get ideas for your memes. News headlines. So if you come across a wacky or outrageous headline or something that's topical in your industry, you can add your own spin to it pretty easy. Here's an example I came across. Gen Zers won't even apply to a job if the salary isn't listed, and there's a famous quote of Robin Williams. It's a famous meme. That's the good stuff. Yeah, so you're just taking advantage. You're jumping on whatever is going on in the news related to your industry, and these tend to do quite well. Another one here, New York Post. How Snoop Dogg's joint rolling skills made him a sushi master. So I tied that to my industry by, a common term when you're changing careers is your transferable skills, focusing on your transferable skills. So these headlines can be, sometimes you'll just see it and you'll just know how you can put your own spin on it. Other times you might just share the headline as is. Google as well. So if you just type in your industry name followed by the word meme, you'll come across not only good memes, but the image search will bring you to meme websites. So I came across this website from Googling, I don't know what I searched, something to do with memes in the Google image search. And I found this meme here, the boss who doesn't own their mistakes, take responsibility or throw employee under the bus. I had never seen this meme before. I'd seen the template, but not the way it was applied to my audience. So I jumped on this, remixed it, pretty much the same meme. I just added a second layer where I show the management team actually pressing the throw employee under the bus button. So switched it up a little bit, and this one done okay. So yeah, Google's a good source. So play around with Google, see what you can find. Movie quotes as well. So if you Google, top 100 movie quotes, you can figure out ways to apply those quotes to your industry. I'll show you a few examples. So there's a famous scene in Inglourious Bastards where the Jew hunter confronts the man hiding Jews underneath his floorboards. And it's a famous line where he says, "You're hiding enemies of the state under your floorboards, are you not?" Really famous line, so I just tweaked it, bit dark, but tweaked it nonetheless to my audience to say, you're hiding toxic workplace. You're hiding a toxic workplace underneath all those fake Glassdoor reviews, are you not? So it's a common trope that companies will fabricate and manipulate Glassdoor, their reviews, their employee reviews on Glassdoor to make themselves look like a wonderful place when in fact it's a shithole. Here's a good example from Home Alone. This is another meme page I remembered where it was around Christmas, and the meme here is when you finish your shift after a shit day.
I didn't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life, and I didn't want to see anybody else either. I hope I never see any of you jerks again.
So that was posted around Christmas, so it landed well on other meme pages. That was the only one I could find. Another option for finding quotes from movies is to go to playphrase.me, and there's a couple of websites like this, but the one I use is playphrase.me, and you can just type in something that you want to say. So for example, I want to create a meme where the recruiter is calling you back after 7 months and you want to respond with, "I've lost everything." So I'll go to playphrase.me and type in, "I've lost everything," and you'll see here Playphrase is giving me clips from movies that have this statement, "I've lost everything." And in the corner, in the right hand corner, it tells you where the movie is from. So if you find a movie with the clip that says what you want to say, you can go off to YouTube, type in the phrase and the movie, then grab the clip, download it, and then use it as a video meme. Or you could just find an image on Google that has the quote, and you could use that as well, like the one I showed you with Robin Williams, where he says, "That's the good stuff." So you can use images, you can use videos when you're using quotes from movies, but Playphrase is really good for just figuring out where you can pull quotes from. Another great way to come up with ideas is that if you're watching a film, look, you don't want to take away from the experience of enjoying the film, but if you have it in the back of your head that, okay, I'm gonna just be on the lookout for meme ideas in this film, as you're watching it, you'll hear a great quote or a great line, and you're like, fuck, that could be used as a video meme. This happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I was watching the film In Bruges, and there's a great line where Brendan Gleeson sits down and says this.
I mean, no disrespect, but you're a cunt. You're a cunt now. You've always been a cunt. And the only thing that's going to change is you're going to become an even bigger cunt. Maybe have some more cunt kids.
I didn't quite know what the fuck to do with it when I heard it, but I was like, that is just a great clip. And I just wrote it down, and then I was able to make it into a video meme. So yeah, just be on the lookout as you're watching things to think, okay, could that line be used as a meme or not? So yeah, you can play around with movie quotes. Good way to create memes. Gathering great takes. So when I'm scrolling through Twitter or I'm looking at comments related to videos or memes in my industry, maybe on Reddit, maybe under a TikTok video, people are constantly dropping wisdom and knowledge bombs and just very unique takes from their own lived experience. And you won't find them anywhere else because you had to live the experience to come away with these takes. So what I do is I just collect all of these takes. This was one I found underneath a TikTok video. Imagine working for a big corporate, then you wake up and you're 65 and your life's gone. Like, that is just a jarring quote, and I'm saving it there because there's something that I can use that for down the line. I also have a document where I record great takes. Skint Eastwood, I just thought that was funny. I just saved it here. Here's another one here about putting the salary in the job description. No one should have to take time off work to find out the job they are interviewing for pays significantly less than the one they already have. It's a great take, so I'm going to save that there. I might be able to remix it down the line. I don't know. The thing is, once the wisdom is gone, it's lost in the social media ether. So you may as well just record them and scroll through, and something might inspire your next meme or your next content post, or your next post for social media, whatever it is. A tight-knit group means you're fucked. I thought that was a funny take as well. So it's worth just recording these takes and saving them for a rainy day, because you can merge them with memes that you come across. So this was a famous quote from Professor Richard Feynman: "Study hard what interests you the most in the most undisciplined, irreverent and original manner possible." I thought that was a great quote. I had it saved, I remembered it, and then I merged it with this famous animated meme, applied the quote to my own industry, where, you know, your grandparents or your parents are saying get a real job, and then I just stuck in the quote from Richard Feynman here with the parent breaking the cycle to say study hard what interests you the most, yada yada yada. So this is how you can remix great takes and wisdom into your memes. So in conclusion, it's just all about gathering inspiration from other creators, other people, and just figuring out how you can apply those great takes or those great memes to your own industry, using all of the topics, all of the things that go on in your industry that cause stress, emotion, and emotional trigger. What gets people riled up? That's the whole game. And when it comes to idea generation, if something comes into your head, write it down immediately, because I don't know how many ideas I've lost because, oh, I'll obviously remember that. It's clear as day. And then when I come to sit down and make the meme, I was like, what the fuck was I thinking? Fuck. And it's gone. So write it down or it's gone forever. Next up is creating memes. I'm going to show you the process of how to actually make the memes with both images and videos. So common scenario here for me is that I'm scrolling through Instagram and I come across a good meme, a solid meme, and I want to apply it to my own audience. So let's say I see the meme, this meme for example, but I want to find the meme without the text on it so I can add my own text. So what I'll do here normally is just I'll Google what I see. So if I recognize the character in the picture, if I recognize something about the picture, I'll just throw it into Google and add the term meme template or meme, and just look around through Google Images and see, can you find the meme template? You can also filter on Google Images by size. So you want to try and find the largest size, because a lot of the times these meme images are quite small, and for posting images on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter, we want the ratio to be 1080 by 1080. That's standard. So that just means that the image is going to be formatted correctly and it's going to be visible by the person who's scrolling on their phone and comes across your meme. Now, if you can't find the image you're looking for without the text on it, make sure you have Google Lens installed on your phone, and then that way you can upload the image to Google Lens and Google will show you where the image is from. It will help you identify the source of the image, and then from there you'll be able to search the image again on Google and find the biggest image of that meme, and then you're good to go. Another option is to download the image directly from Instagram. So if you just copy the link, this one here, slapinsta.app, is pretty good, and you can just throw the link into this website, click download photo, and you'll have the image on your desktop. So now you have the image, it's time to add your own text to it. So I use Figma. Figma is brilliant for just quickly adding text onto images and re-uploading them to social media. So I recommend setting up an account on Figma. It's free, so easy to use. I'm going to show you how to use it now. So this is how I go about it. So I go to Figma, and in the meme idea doc, you will see a tab for a link to all the templates on Figma. And if you just right click the file and click duplicate, you'll then be able to edit the template, because right now it's going to be locked and you can only view it. And you see here that we have a white background on the left hand side, and I can just shift the black background to the top and that will give me, you know, a black canvas to work on. So depending on the image you're using, you may need to have some of the background in a certain color, because sometimes the image doesn't take up the full canvas. And this canvas here is the right size for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, 1080 by 1080. You can see it here on the right hand side, width by height, 1080 by 1080. So this is an image that I found on Twitter, and I'm going to turn it into a meme. So I'm going to head to Figma. And on Figma, so you can just grab the file, go to Figma and just copy it in. So you can just drag and drop into the Figma canvas here. So it makes it really just so easy to use. So I'm just going to align it with my template here, just stretch it out, just dragging and stretching. So now I have my image ready. I'm going to start adding text. Now with adding text onto your image, you want to make sure that it's visible, it stands out, it's easy to read on mobile. So in this template here, you'll see on the left hand side I have sample text 1, so you can just drag that to the very top layer. And this text here is what I normally use for my memes. It's very visible, very easy to read. So I'm just going to edit this. I already have my meme idea mapped out. So this is going to be called the employee dilemma. So the snake here is that you're staying at your job. I'm just going to make the text bigger. So on the right hand side, you can edit the text. So the settings are already good to go for you, but you can change the font size. So maybe 75 here, just make it a little bit bigger. Usually around between 60 and 75 is a good text size, but the size of the text that you use will depend on the image, because sometimes you have to make the text smaller so that everything fits and aligns correctly on your meme. So we have here the snake, stay at my job. And if you just click Control C and then Control V, you can duplicate the text. So the line is going to be quit without plan. And then the crocodiles, I'm just going to copy the text again. Look for another job. Okay, so that's the meme there. And then, but you also want to add your own watermark to your image memes, to your video memes. A lot of people are going to, they're going to steal your memes. They're going to repost them as their own. So by adding your own tag, it just reduces the probability that they're going to steal them, first of all. And if they do steal them, it increases the chances that they're going to tag you in the post. At the moment, a lot of people are just reposting my memes as their own. So, you know, I don't always remember, but now I'm just getting more conscious of adding my tag to the image meme. But if you do see a meme that has been stolen, you can just contact the creator. So this actually worked for me recently. This page here, Consulting Comedy, just reposted my meme as their own. And I just left a comment saying, yo, can you tag a brother? I made this one. And then I got a notification here to say that Consulting Comedy tagged you in the post. And then you can see it here. They went ahead and did it. Now, creators won't always do that. They'll just rob your shit and they might even block you. Just say, fuck you, man. There's not much you can do about it. It's a good sign though. If your memes are getting reposted, that means that you're on the right path, that you're making quality content. So a lot of the times just take it as a compliment, but of course try, if they haven't tagged you, just reach out and see, drop them a message, leave them a comment, and you never know. And I recommend doing the same thing on video as well. So just create text and just add your handle, and that way then hopefully people will know that you're the creator. So just duplicate the text and put your handle, write out your handle. So mine is @PaddyJobsman. And then we're just going to make this a lot smaller. Text size 23. We're going to reduce the outside stroke to maybe 4. And we're going to, the pass through here, the layer, we're just going to drop it to say 70, because you don't want your tag to get in the way of the meme. You don't want it to block anything. You just want to let people know that this is my fucking meme, mate. And that's it. So I'm just going to leave @PaddyJobsman down there nicely. So play around with this, get your tag in. And then once you're happy with your meme, just click you can click off the image. Just click here anywhere on the gray area of the canvas. Click export and then export again. And then click export. And then the file will download to your machine. So then you can upload it wherever you need to upload it. So that's how I use Figma to create my memes. And when you upload it to Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or LinkedIn, check what the meme looks like on mobile, because sometimes the text isn't as visible as you think. So you might have to go in and re-edit the meme to make sure that it's visible. And this was one meme that I posted that I went with a gray background here in the speech bubbles, and the text just didn't stand out the way I wanted to. So I went back, changed the background from gray to white, and it just made it that little bit clearer. And I also changed the text style around. So you'll see here that I have the black stroke on the edge, it made more sense to just go with black text here. Just, you know, sometimes you're just going to have to tweak the text around whatever way you need to, just to make it stand out and be clear to the end user, your audience. I also use ChatGPT to refine the text in my meme. So you want to go with simple language, clear language, quick to read, quick to understand. Doesn't always have to be super simple, but the clearer you are, the better. So if I'm struggling to figure out how to phrase the meme, I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll just write out what I have so far, and I'll just say, rewrite this 10 times, make it clearer, make it more concise. And sometimes ChatGPT will go off the rails and just start writing a monologue about some shite. So for example here, let's say this meme, how to pretend to be indoctrinated enough to fit into a corporate job. Let's say I had the first part, I didn't know how to finish this sentence. So I'd put into ChatGPT, rewrite this 10 times, but start it with how to pretend to be. So then that way ChatGPT sticks to the format that you want to use for your text, for your meme. So yeah, just get as many different ways of phrasing what you want to say into ChatGPT, and you'll find clearer words to use in your meme to get your message across better, to communicate it better. And when you're writing your captions, try come up with multiple different ways of communicating the message, because you might find a better way to get it across, a funnier way, a clearer way. So create a few versions of it. Go to TikTok, type in the keywords related to the meme and see how other people have communicated it, and you might find better words that would get the message across clearer. I also use Quillbot. So even if you think you've spelled everything correctly, I never trust. Like sometimes you might be just a bit tired and you might just miss a word. So I'll just copy each part of the meme into Quillbot and just quickly just make sure that there's no typo, because if there's a typo in your meme, it's fucked. So yeah, just get into Figma now, just play around with it, get used to it. Use the template link in the resources below, add your image, add your text, and you'll pick it up very quickly. Next up, video memes. How do you create video memes? Well, I create video memes using CapCut, which is a free app, and I also use Premiere Pro, which is a paid app. I pay 25 quid a month for Premiere Pro, and it's pretty straightforward to use. But if you don't want to fork out CapCut, you can do mostly everything with CapCut. So how it works is that you're going to be scrolling on social media, you're going to come across video memes, and then you're going to find the clip that's used in that video meme, you're going to download it, and then you're going to add text to it, and you're going to make some kind of funny observation or scenario, whatever it is. I'll give you an example here. So I had a meme idea for this clip, but I had to get the video. So what I did was I went to YouTube, I searched around, and I found the original clip, and then I just went to a website called yt5s.io. I pasted in the YouTube link here, and then I was able to download the YouTube video to an MP4 and then put it on my Google Drive, then download it onto my phone, then go into CapCut, click new project, click the video, click add, and then in the top right hand corner click that arrow at the very top, click export, click share to TikTok. And the great thing about CapCut is that it formats the video for TikTok, so you don't need to change the size of the video or anything like that. It's already formatted perfectly. Now when you click export to TikTok, the video will save to your phone, but you want to exit out of TikTok, go to the clip, and you want to cut the end of the clip, because CapCut will add their own little ending here. So you just want to cut that out of the video and then save the video, and then go into TikTok, click upload, and you see here now that the clip doesn't have that little CapCut watermark at the end. So from there, then you can add text. Want to click this A icon here just to make the font edges black. You also want to fiddle around with the text so it fits the format of the video. And that's pretty much it. You just click next, add your description, and click post. And the video is saved to your phone, so you can re-upload this to Instagram Reels, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you want. Now the great thing about CapCut is that you can use the templates that they have built in to their app to make memes, and I'll show you how to do this now. So if you just go to the CapCut app and select templates down at the bottom, you'll see here that you'll have a selection of templates to choose from. So if you have an idea for a video meme, type in keywords related to your idea and see what templates pop up. It could also be the case that you have a trending meme in your head. You have a clip from a movie or a TV show or an interview that you want to use for a video meme. Well, if you just type in keywords related to the scene or a quote from the scene, CapCut may already have it as a template. So this saves you from having to download the video clip from, say, YouTube. And it will also help prevent TikTok from blocking your video from appearing on the For You page, because TikTok are in bed with CapCut, so they are encouraging users to use these templates in the CapCut app. So for example, there's a famous clip of Leo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street saying, "Was all this legal? Absolutely fucking not." So if you wanted to use that clip in your video meme, you could just go to the CapCut app, hit templates at the bottom, and then type in, "Was all this legal?" rather than trying to find the clip. And you see here the meme template is here ready to go, so I can just click use template. As well as this, when you're scrolling on TikTok, you'll see CapCut templates for video memes pop up. So you see here, it says CapCut, you're late to work. So let's say I have an idea for how I can apply this video meme template to my audience. I'm going to click on that CapCut link and then click use template in CapCut. And then when I click use template, I'm going to add my own background image. So you can grab this from Google. Just make sure you grab a large enough image so that it covers the background in full. So 1080 width by 1920 height are the dimensions. So I'm going to scroll Mark Ribier down here, make him a little bigger, and then I'm happy with that, so I'm going to click export and then save and share to TikTok without CapCut watermark. So when you click this, the video meme will save to your phone, so you can re-upload it to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, wherever you want. So I'm just going to add my text now. So there's my caption for the meme. I'm going to darken the edges of the text by hitting that A button at the top. Scroll it up here, click next, and just click on the preview button here on the right hand side, and you can just double check that the text all fits on the screen perfectly. You'll notice as well on TikTok that when you go to post, the text is a little bit bigger than what you see here, so just make sure that it fits on the screen, and then just add in your text to accompany the meme. So throw in a few hashtags, whatever's related to your audience, and then just click post and you're good to go. That's the whole process. Pretty easy to use CapCut to create video memes. How I make video transitions: usually I'll find clips on social media that inspire them. So for example, there's a famous clip of Ryan Gosling in the pain in snow. So the opposite of that would be Ryan Gosling smiling. So you just go to YouTube, find a clip of Ryan Gosling in an interview or just, you know, having a jolly good time, download both clips, and then you have your transition. Same with Leo DiCaprio. So here he is, happy as Larry in The Wolf of Wall Street, having a good time. And then this is him looking worried 1 week into the job. So it's just about coming across clips on Instagram, using them as inspiration, going to YouTube, finding the polar opposite clip or associated clips, merging them together and adding the text in the right sections. Sometimes when you're making video memes, the clip is just a little too short. So if you're using Premiere Pro, if you want to just extend the clip that you're using for your meme, you can actually just slow it down. So if you just right click, speed duration 60%, and you can just remove the sound. And then that way you can just extend the length of your video clip. It's just a quick way that you can do it. Because sometimes when you're making a video meme, the clip is too short, it's too quick. So by slowing it down, you extend it out and you give people time to read the caption or read whatever they need to read on the video meme, especially if you're making a transition meme as well. And sometimes you might only have 3 or 4 seconds of a clip, and generally that's too short to post as a TikTok or a reel. You want to make it, you know, at least 6 or 7 seconds. So you can turn a 2 or 3 second clip into a 6, 7, 8 second clip. And to just give you an example on slowing down clips. So you see this one here of Luke Skywalker he's just walking and looking back, and that's only 3 or 4 seconds. So with this meme, to use this clip for the meme, I just slowed down the clip to maybe 70%, and then that way it takes up, you see here, 6 seconds instead of 3 or 4 seconds. You can do the same in CapCut. So if you click into your clip and then click on the clip, and then you'll see here at the bottom speed, and then you can just click normal and you can adjust it. So from 1x if you want to slow it down to half the speed rate, and then you'll see here the clip is slowed down. Now the music you choose can play a big role in how well your TikTok video or your reel performs. So when you're scrolling on Instagram or TikTok and you come across a sound that sounds good, or you come across a sound that you keep hearing, a song that you keep hearing, save it. You can save it on Instagram, you can save it on TikTok by just clicking on the music icon on the interface and click save, and then that way when you go to post on TikTok or on Instagram, you can select that music again. So to save music on TikTok, in the bottom right hand corner here you see this little circle, the orange. Click that and that shows the song, the music played in the video. So if you just click add to favorites, and then when you go to post a video on TikTok, let's say this one here, you click add sound at the top, go to favorites, and here's the song that we just saved. And then on Instagram it's pretty much the same thing. So when you find a reel, in the bottom right hand corner here you just see the music, so just click on it, and at the very top here on the right hand side you can save the music, or if you have a video ready to go you can just click use audio and then begin uploading your reel and the music will be added. But if you go to upload a reel on Instagram, click next, and then if you hit the music icon at the very top and click the saved button here, the music that you just saved will be either in original audio or music depending on how the sound is categorized on Instagram. So for the one we just saved, it's in music. Just click on it and the music will be added to your reel. Now for the transition memes, you want to choose a song that has a drop or a change in the tempo of the music. So I posted this around Christmas. Okay, Wham, Last Christmas. Now there's a bit of a dip in this version, so it helps bring the transition to life. There, I'll give you another one. When the transition hits, the tempo increases and it all becomes more real. This is Tame Impala, Let It Happen. But as you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, you'll come across these banging tunes that naturally have the drop or the dip or the change in tempo. So you just need to be aware when you're scrolling to always have it in your head. If I come across a banging tune, I need to save it. And it's also worth experimenting with uploading images on Instagram as reels. So this page here, CV Clinics, they took one of my image memes and re-uploaded it as a reel. So you see here, it's a reel, but it's only an image. Now after I contacted them, they did actually credit me with the meme, but you'll see here that if you go to the Reels tab, this fucking image meme has almost 75 million views, that's enormous. And this page does this quite a bit. So you see here another one, 11.5 million. Again, this is just a meme that they've re-uploaded as a reel. So if you are uploading images as reels on Instagram, just upload the image first to Figma into the Instagram safe zone template and just make sure that the image is visible, because you see in this one here that the text kind of cuts off. It didn't affect it, but you want to make sure that all of the text is visible when you upload it as a reel. So use the Figma safe zone template, and you can access the safe zone template for Figma in the meme idea doc under the meme templates Figma tab. Then remove the template, export the image, and then you can just, if you click the upload button on Instagram, click reel, click on an image, And you'll see here that the image will play for 4 seconds. So Instagram are obviously encouraging people to re-upload images as reels. And I've seen these memes, images being posted as reels, perform really well. So definitely worth experimenting with. Now I'm going to go through all the different types of memes that you can create, and I'm going to give you examples of how I created those types of memes. So the most common one is the one we just demoed there in the last section, throwing text on an image to tell a story, to communicate something funny. That's your bog standard meme, a funny take with an image that complements it. Next, we have video memes. So this is just adding text on top of a clip. So this is one of my favorites here. You're just, again, it's the same thing. You're just adding something funny or something outrageous or just something funny and finding a clip that complements that funny take. Another format that works really well is a contrast meme. So you're showing two contrasting scenarios, or you're telling two contrasting stories. Expectation versus reality, before and after. So here's an example here. So on the left hand side you have accepting minor inconveniences at work, or doing something about it, applying to jobs, sharing work hours. And I touched on this earlier, but I've added a section in the meme idea doc for you to start filling out the type of scenarios that would apply to these type of memes, the contrasting memes. So you may have already added some into your doc already, but this takes a bit of time. This takes a bit of figuring out what's going on in your industry, what works, what are the contrasting scenarios that your audience experience. This will come in time. I'll give you a look at my own here. You know, a popular one is the company in the interview versus the reality of the job. That would be a very common expectation versus reality scenario in my industry. These memes, they work really well. I've you know, most of my best performing memes have this contrast element to them. And how you build out your meme idea doc within this section is just by looking at other memes in your industry and just finding out the common scenarios. And you can use videos for this style as well. So you're transitioning from one clip to another. Here's an example here. Me in the interview, I love going the extra mile. And then you find a contrasting clip. Me in the job as soon as the clock hits 5 p.m. and you're out the door. They're two polar opposite things. You know, you're saying one thing, but you're doing another. These type of memes work really well when you can find two video clips that complement the two polar opposite scenarios. Another format that works really well is sliders. So on TikTok and Instagram, you can tell a story with your memes. You can create a slideshow with images and videos. But on TikTok, you can only use images for the sliders currently. But on Instagram, you can use images and videos. Here's a popular one that I made. On the first slider, you have an image saying, I should be the bigger person here. And then on the right hand side, you have, be the reason HR has to get involved. Again, it's that contrast, it's that the two opposite devil angel scenario. This guy here, That Guy Jokes, does great memes where he tells a story through images and videos on Instagram. For example, he has Lionel Messi has launched a brand new hydration drink called Maz Plus, and then he'll just add a clip with a reaction to the original image or the original headline. So this is KSI seeing Messi copy and paste Prime but change the name. Messi's agent coming to him with an idea for a new hydration drink, and it's Leo DiCaprio saying, was this legal? Absolutely fucking not. So he's finding video clips that tell a story related to the original headline. It's brilliant. Another good style is adding a funny caption to an image. So this is quite popular on Twitter. So I'll just give you a couple of examples here. So you come across a screenshot or an image and you add a funny take to it. This screenshot got released by Adam Levine from Maroon 5, and he was DMing some girl and it got leaked. So it is truly unreal how fucking hot you are. Like, it blows my mind. And I put down the bottom of my laptop after an 8-hour day. So you're doing a satirical take on either an image or a headline, a news headline, something that's breaking, whatever else. I'll go through a couple more examples later on. Now, the method that I use most commonly to create memes is remixing. Like I've already touched on, you're finding memes that have blown up already and you're tweaking them to your own audience. And remixing other memes gives you the greatest probability of your meme going viral, blowing up, getting the most engagement, because it is proven to have already worked. And when you have the meme idea doc filled in and you have all the ideas in your head just floating around, a lot of the times the memes write themselves for you. And I'll run through a few examples. So I came across this meme here. It shows the Dogecoin dog about to take over a city, some dude with an acoustic guitar, and a decent party. This was so easy for me to edit. I just put a decent workplace here. What ruins a decent workplace? A new manager who's never been trained on how to manage. Here's another one I remixed. So again, very simple. Brian Reynolds here saying, me giving motivation and support and advice to people, and then in the background his life is in chaos. I remixed this and changed it to me training in the new hire and chaos in the workplace. Sometimes it's just really easy to get a banging meme from another meme. This one here I showed you already, how to pretend to be indoctrinated enough to fit in with mainstream society. I just changed this to fit into a corporate job. So they write themselves, as you can see. And what will happen is, as you're saving memes to your folder, you'll just remember them, and then as you come across new memes, you'll be like, okay, now I know how to use the meme that I saved. Here's a good example. So this one here, I've showed you a couple of versions, but I found this. Maybe I should play nice with my manager so I don't get fired. My lord, are you not the master of chaos? Bring the fire from the Hades himself and let them witness what they forget you are. So you're taking this medieval twist and you're going with the angel versus the devil scenario here. So I had this saved in my folder and it was coming up to the end of the month. So that's payday for a lot of people. So I was like, okay, how can I make a meme around payday? So I Googled payday memes to see what popped up, just to get some ideas. Came across this one: receive salary, I should stick to my budget. And then me to me, World War III will hit soon, spend all your money today, spoil yourself. So when I came across this, I was like, I can apply this concept to this meme here. So I said, receive salary, I should stick to my budget this month, which is what this meme here says. And then they talk about World War III hitting. So I kind of went with that. I used the same opening line here, my lord, are you not the master of chaos, the unstoppable force of nature? I kept that, and then I added, the world is ablaze, spend thy coin, and spare no expense this day, for there is no promise of tomorrow. So that's how it works. When you get immersed in the meme game and you're saving memes, you're just going to be combining and remixing memes to create bangers. That's gonna happen. The next method that I use that works really well is called merging. So you're finding one meme and combining it with another. I was on Twitter, I came across this here, be the reason HR has to get involved. That's pretty funny. So I saved it, and then again I'm showing you this Skeletor meme because it's going viral at the minute. But the line, be the reason HR has to get involved, is a bit dark. It's a bit on the devil's side. So I had this meme in my head. I knew it was saved in my folder. So I stuck that quote down, be the reason HR has to get involved. What would the opposite of that be? I should be the bigger person here, or I should, take the high road, be the angel. So that's how I merged two different memes into one. And sometimes when I'm stuck for ideas, I'll just go through my meme folder and just scroll through and see what I can find, see if anything sparks an idea. And I got a bit lucky here. So I had two memes that were close together that I was able to merge then. So this one here, what gives people feelings of power? But right below it here, you'll see I have an image as per my last email. So I was like, fuck, I can just add that to this. Again, just merged the two memes into one. It's one of my best performing memes. And that just came about by two memes being close together. So this shows you how important it is just to have as many memes saved as possible, because you never know what you'll be able to just stick together and make into a banging meme. Another great method for creating memes is recycling. So you're picking out your best performing memes and you're using the same message just on a different image or a different video. So I'll give you a few examples of how I've recycled memes. This is my best performing meme on Facebook, and again it's that contrast style where on one side you have the new hire trying to make a bunch of changes, and then me just completely disillusioned with the whole thing, knowing it's a waste of time. So this scenario is very common in the workplace. All of my audience have experienced it at one point or another. So I'm just going to keep reusing that message. And I've done it a bunch of times. Here's one example where, you know, you have someone looking all happy, new hire talking about making changes, and then the complete opposite, me knowing it's a complete waste of time. Another example, Conor McGregor talking absolute brown to Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo looking completely disinterested. So again, it just creates this same scenario very naturally. Another one here, Cillian Murphy is just completely fucking disassociated with work. And you have Tom Holland on the right here talking about making new changes, and then just Cillian knowing it's a waste of time. Anytime I come across a clip where one person looks happy and interested and the other person looks disinterested or unhappy, I know I can apply this meme to it, and most likely it's going to work for me. Now, of course, you don't want to do these back to back. You want to let the meme have its time. So I'll do this meme every couple of months and yeah, just space it out a little bit. Another example of recycling, so here we have on the left, try to outlast management, on the right, except you have to find a new job. A very common experience for someone in the workforce. So that meme blew up for me, so I was like, okay, I can just keep milking it. So came across this image, again, it wrote itself. I already had the concept. Same again here. So anytime I see an image of someone who has a choice to make between one thing or another, I know this meme's going to work. I'm going to slip it in there. So again, it's just two polar opposites. Someone in hell, someone chilling in a field, and then that same concept again. So if you were to go through my feeds on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, you'll see that I'm constantly recycling meme ideas that have already worked for me. Another method that I like to use is called double dipping. This is where you turn your image memes into video memes and vice versa. And I'll give you a few examples here. Again, pretty straightforward. I had this one do well on Instagram, me taking one last look at my manager before emailing my 2 weeks notice. And then I found the actual clip of where this image was from, found it on YouTube, and then just added the same text to the video 6 months later, and this one done really well. And then I recycled it. I used the same concept of taking one last look around your workplace before handing in your notice. Threw Cillian Murphy in here, this one of him just floating around looking happy. The concept works well here. So when you find a winning idea, a winning concept, you can just keep spraying it on different clips and different images. Here's another example of double dipping. So when I get home, I'm going to update my resume and find a new job. As soon as I get home, I'm fucked. So same again here. I have a clip of Ryan Gosling looking all happy in an interview. I use the same text here. When I get home from work, blah, blah, blah. And then I use the video transition technique, me after work, and it's just him fucked on the snow. And another way that you can double dip is by turning the image into a slider on TikTok. So you see here on the left hand side, me trying to get a job. On the right hand side, dysfunctional company scheduling a 4th-round interview. So I just split this image down the middle and threw it on TikTok. And that's it. Very simple. And when it comes to double dipping, if an image meme is blowing up for you, it's worth setting a reminder to post the video version of the image meme in a few weeks' time, in a month or 2 months. So what I'll do is I'll just schedule an email to myself to say, turn this image meme into a video meme on Instagram, because the image meme is blowing up on Instagram. And because the image is taken from a video, I'll be able to easily make a video meme from this image meme that has proven to resonate with my audience. So if you can get into the habit of scheduling reminders for yourself to double dip, you'll be fucking flying, man. But as for TikTok, I can post the video version of this image meme straight away. And that's what I've done here.
And modern problems require modern solutions.
Another method is to edit artwork or animations I'll show you a few examples. What I will say though before I go in here is that if you are reposting someone's work, some of them won't mind, some will. I've been asked to remove content, but always tag the creator, and if you can, link out to their website if they have a website. Now, if you do know the creator, the artist of the content, I recommend dropping them a DM and saying, look, is it okay if I repost your artwork? If you're modifying it, this can get a bit tricky. I've had artists say, I don't want you to touch that. I've also had artists, for example, the Steve Irwin artwork, I DM'd the creator of that art and they said, fire ahead with that meme, that's fine with me. So if you do know the creator's name, drop them a DM, just tell them what you're planning on posting and see if they're cool with it. I came across this animation on gambling. You're addicted, you're going to lose everything, and then the talented gambler is cutting everyone off because they're set on gambling. So I applied this to my own audience. Instead of a gambler, it's a strategic job hopper, and you have the employers trying to hold them back, saying we're a family, the promotion is coming, let me borrow your boat. So you can get creative here with other people's work. I didn't know who the artist was there, so I didn't know, I couldn't tag them. Same with this one as well. I found this on Reddit. Unsuccessful people work, successful people gamble. And again, pretty straightforward for me to tailor this to my own audience. Same thing, unsuccessful people work, successful people lie. Here I merged 3 images into one. So WikiHow, how to negotiate a higher salary. There's a popular meme online with this title. But I found this image of a king and a panther, Black Panther, nature knows no kings. And I had also came across this image of Steve Irwin here. So I merged them all together and created a meme. How to negotiate a higher salary, release your Black Panther on the company CEO. And you can see here I only had the artists for the Steve Irwin artwork, so I tagged them here. And sometimes you'll come across artwork that is just perfect, that you don't need to touch. So this image here was by an artist called Sako Asko. So you see here I tagged him, I linked out to his website. But yeah, it's just perfect for my audience. So if you do come across artwork, sometimes you can just reshare it as is. Another good method is industry gags. So what does everyone make fun of in your industry, in your niche? For me, it's LinkedIn, it's Workday, which is a job application app, and Indeed. So I'll just take the piss out of all of these platforms all the time, especially LinkedIn. Here's one I made about LinkedIn influencers trying to write a post that isn't complete fiction, and you know they're really struggling because they can't do it. Workday, every job seeker, every employee knows that Workday is a pain to use because when you upload your resume, it makes you re-enter in the information from your resume. So you're duplicating your work. So I'm always taking the piss out of them. They're an easy target. With this one, I came across a tweet where people were complaining that nobody actually gets jobs from Indeed. If people aren't getting jobs, maybe it's just a data farming website. ChatGPT, so ChatGPT has integrated DALL-E to create images. So you can play around with this. It's hit or miss. I made this one with ChatGPT. You know, hope your first week went well. He has the phone behind his back with a recruiter on line 1. Look at the handshakes. The handshakes are all fucked up. It's all weird. But they have recently added an option where you can highlight a section on the image and tell ChatGPT what to change about it. So it's worth playing around with and seeing what you can come up with. This was another one I made. POV, your company had the best year ever. So I just went to ChatGPT and typed in, give me an image of a CEO covered in gold and all the employees eating pizza. And this was great. This actually delivered the goods quite well. So yeah, it's just brilliant. So it can be worth experimenting. It takes a bit of time, but if you have a concept, throw it into ChatGPT and see what happens. Another method I use is to give unhinged advice through memes. So here's an example, 15 tips to negotiate a great salary. And this was during the time where someone in Russia staged a coup to take down Putin. So it can be worth just Googling WikiHow and seeing what shows up in Google Images and seeing how you can apply that advice to your audience in a humorous way. I'm just going to show you a few here, just quickly go through. How to negotiate a higher salary, that's pretty funny. The ankle lock. How to negotiate a higher salary, kick to the head. Again, just funny. Another method, captioning outrageous shit. So if you come across something that's crazy, that's just mental, that's related to your audience, you can simply repost it, but you can also add your own take to it. So I came across this image, cashier wanted, must be 18 years old with 20 years experience. Everyone knows how painful it is to get a job and go through the entire hiring process. So I just mapped that out and said salary competitive. I came across this comment on Instagram about someone printing off the salaries of everyone who worked at the company on the notice board at the company. So I just added a line, don't just burn the bridge, nuke it. But like I said, sometimes you won't need to add anything. If you find something outrageous, just repost it like I have here. You can also create mock-ups or feature ideas for the tools or software that your audience needs or your audience uses. Ones that would help eliminate any of the bullshit that goes on in your industry. So I'll give you a few examples here. LinkedIn feature that tells you how insane the hiring company is. So when you go to apply for the job, it tells you how many interviews are involved in the process and that you have to do a take-home assignment. LinkedIn feature that shows you the number of employee lawsuits a company has faced. You can also create funny emails or screenshots of outrageous or taboo shit that goes on. So I made this email screenshot based on a friend who actually got fired after what happened at their Christmas party. So they got told that they were being let go. They actually blacked out, so they don't know what happened. And they still don't know to this day, funny enough. But I created an email based on the Christmas party conduct. So you can write up a fake email, take a screenshot, add something funny to it, add it to a meme, play around with it. There's so much you can do. And if you're interested in the idea of making mock-ups, check out Saren Iverson on Twitter. He creates some brilliant tech mock-ups. So he'll give you lots of ideas. Another option is to act out your memes. So I'll give you an example here. So here's a meme about accountants being corrupt. So what is 2 plus 2? The candidate says, how much do you need it to be? And then the employer says, you're hired. So I went ahead and acted this out. How much is 4 plus 4? How much do you need it to be? You're my new accountant. How about some cocaine? So this was pretty simple. It's like a 7-second video. Performed really well. So if you're feeling ballsy, you can just record your memes. This page here, Silence Brands, they do a great job of just posting piss take videos and kind of memeable content. They're good to look at. You'll see a lot of these on TikTok where people will throw up a funny quote and just them reacting to the quote. So these memes do perform quite well. So it's worth experimenting with. Next up is jumping on trends. So if you can post memes that capture what's trending or what's topical in the world or what's trending in your space or your industry, it greatly increases your chances of the meme blowing up, getting great engagement because people can relate to it in the moment. Now, the most straightforward method to jump on trends is to target your memes around times of the year, times of the week. And I'll give you a few examples here. So at the start of the year, on the 2nd of January, I posted this meme and it shows Denzel just knocking back vodka straight, me preparing to go back to work this morning. So this captures the pain that everyone's going to feel having to return to work after the Christmas holidays. Another one that I use frequently is posting memes on Friday because most people are finished up work for the weekend. So I'll post memes around leaving work early or leaving your workplace in chaos because it's the weekend, baby. Halloween as well would be another example. So this image captures Halloween quite well. Another example here, my response to anything work related right now. Sounds like a 2024 problem. I posted this on one of the last days before Christmas. So again, everyone can relate to this feeling of, fuck it, we'll worry about it next year. So you want to have a think about what important dates are in your industry. For example, if you were an accountant, an important date would be when people have to file their tax returns. and you could post a bunch of memes around that period about the pain that accountants and auditors have to go through. I use my Gmail business account as a reminder tool. I'll just schedule emails to myself because I check my emails every day. So I'll just see, I'll get a reminder to say, Halloween is coming up. So if I come across a meme where I'm like, that would be perfect to post around Christmas, I'll schedule an email to be sent to me before Christmas to say, post this. Here's an example. So I have an email scheduled for the 15th of November, Spotify Wrapped 2024. So the Spotify Wrapped gets released, around that date. So I'm going to get an email on November 15th. I'm sure it's related to a meme. We're going to find out together. Yeah, so I came across this last year and I was like, okay, this is a really good concept for a meme. I'm going to try and figure out how I can apply that to my audience for when Spotify Wrapped is trending. So I sent myself an email to say, look, post this when the time comes, or post something related to this when the time comes. Now, this might work for you, it might not. Maybe you like to use Google Calendar, maybe you like to use another app, whatever it is, just figure out what works well for you and then use that to remind yourself what memes to post at certain times of the year. Now, to help you with mapping out the dates of the year that are important to your audience, if you go to the meme idea doc and in the tab at the bottom, dates for calendar, I've just included some common important dates that most of the world will experience. So it's worth looking at and keeping it in mind. And as you come across memes, you can then set reminders to post memes related to that time of the year. Now, in terms of jumping on trends as they happen, one of the best sources for finding out what's trending and to get on trends early is just by scrolling Twitter. I have multiple accounts on Twitter, and regardless of what algorithm I've curated, what feed I've created, generally I get notified or I get informed about what's going on in the world, what's going on in pop culture, because other people are creating memes around whatever's trending. For example, earlier in the year, there was a video that was trending on Twitter of Cillian Murphy floating around the Golden Globes. And he looked a bit just happy-go-lucky, a bit aimless, and people were just jumping on it and just making memes out of it. It was great. And I just came across the video just by going onto Twitter and just scrolling away. So that's how you'll just come across whatever's trending. And then I made this meme here out of that video. So this is a meme that I've posted before, a concept that I've touched on many times. So when I seen the video, I knew straight away, I can apply that message to this video. It fits perfectly. So that's probably the best way of jumping on trends, just scrolling social media, especially Twitter. Now, another tip for jumping on trends is that if you see a meme trending, if something, whatever's trending, start saving examples of how the trend is being used in a meme and try and save as many examples as you can. Because what you'll start to notice is that the same type of memes are being created and the same type of trends keep popping up again and again. And I'll give you a recent example of this. So I don't know if you've seen this one here where there's a girl just screaming in a man's ear and he's horrified or he's pretending to listen. This one here as well is another example. Girl uninterested, man screaming in her ear. And this type of meme was trending last week with Dua Lipa at Glastonbury. So some guy came up to her and played 30 seconds of a song on a ukulele and she was just completely uninterested, pretending to listen, and Twitter went crazy with the memes. So every time I seen a Dua Lipa meme being created on Twitter, I just saved it to my meme folder. I have a folder titled Trends, and every meme I came across, I just take a screenshot. This is a really good one here. This blew up. Interview panel waiting for you to stop so they can give the job to the internal candidate. So that's one that's relevant for my audience. So basically you want to save examples of the trend being used because something similar is going to pop up in the future, and when it does, you'll be able to think, okay, I remember Dua Lipa was pretending to listen to that guy and it was mega cringe. Let me look at how other people use that meme to go viral, and then you can use these saved memes to inspire your own ideas. And maybe you can remix them, maybe you can reword them, whatever. It's just a great way to get ideas based on memes that have blown up. And I jumped on this trend as well, and I was running short of ideas, so I went with one that I've already made. You know, the new hire trying to make changes, me knowing it's a waste of time. You know, I don't know how many times I've made this, but every time I crank it out, you know, it does decent. Another way you can jump on trends is just by scrolling on TikTok, because what happens is every once in a while a meme or a certain style of video or post will just start to trend, and people and creators will start remixing that type of video or that type of post. And you'll just notice it by scrolling. You'll see, oh, I've seen a version of that. I've seen another version of that. And then you'll be able to go, okay, this is how it's working. This is the music they're using. This is the style they're using. This is the way they're communicating the message. I'm going to make my own version of that. For example, this one here was doing the rounds on TikTok. What's the biggest I'm Him performance ever? And they used this, you know, motivational dark music in the background. That was the music that everyone was using. And then when you scroll to it's an image slider. So when you scroll to reveal what's the biggest I'm Him performance, it would show someone's experience on LinkedIn. And coincidentally, at the very same time, this image was doing the rounds on Twitter. So it shows someone who worked at Microsoft for 22 years and then they left the corporate rat race and became a goose farmer. So that's a story that we can all just get behind and love and enjoy. So then I jumped on that trend of what's the biggest I'm Him performance ever, and just added that image of the goose farmer on slider 2. So this done well for me on both Instagram and TikTok. So again, sometimes you'll just get lucky with timing, and you know, you have two things that are trending at the same time and you can merge them together. And like I said, you want to use the same music that the trend is using, because that's what the audience is expecting. And usually when one of these memes are trending, people are expecting to see just variations of the original. And I recently came across this here. So it's a variation of the one I just showed you. Name a character that 100% stands on business, and then it's just going to show some hero type character. So I've saved this because I'm going to try and emulate it and create my own version of it at some point. Next, I want to talk about tracking and categorizing your memes. Always be collecting and analyzing your best performing memes. So what I do track are my memes that are getting higher engagement than usual. So what I do is I'll just be constantly monitoring how the memes are performing. And if a meme is performing, 5-10 times better, that's a signal that, okay, this one landed, this one resonates with my audience. I'm going to save it and I'll be able to reuse this concept, communicate this message in other ways because I know people relate to it. So what I do is I will save all of my best performing memes in a folder called viral. And because you know these work, when you're stuck for ideas, you can quickly scroll through and get inspiration for new memes if you're stuck. Reinvent, remix, double dip, all the methods that I talked about. You can go in here and remind yourself of what really works, and then you can create a new meme based on the message or based on the image or whatever it is. It's just all about getting inspiration and generating more ideas for memes. So as well as that, I touched on this earlier, but you also want to try and categorize your memes. So here's what mine looks like. For example, interviews, job search, quitting. And then I'll start to organize my memes into more general scenarios. So for example, if I see a message that demonstrates the hypocrisy of working for a corporation, I'll go into my hypocrisy folder and see, is there a meme image that would help me communicate that message? So that's why it's helpful to categorize your memes. And then sometimes you'll come across an idea or another meme and you're like, oh, I have a picture, I have an image that is perfect for this meme or this idea. And you might forget where it is, but when you have your memes categorized, you'll quickly be able to go, that's that image was related to quitting, so it's probably in my quitting folder. The sooner you start doing this, the better. It does take time to build up and to figure out what your categories are and what are the common ways that you can categorize your memes as well, but it will come to you as you continue to post more memes. Now I'm going to go through some guidelines for posting on TikTok and LinkedIn, because they can both be tricky compared with the likes of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which are far more straightforward. And then I'll quickly run through some best practices to follow to help with building your engagement online and growing your social media followers. So on TikTok will block your videos from being shown on the For You page, the FYP, because it marks your content as low quality or unoriginal. And this is a big problem for meme creators, because they will see a 6-second video and their system might just say that's low quality content because it's not keeping people on the platform for long enough. Now, some videos do get through this checking process and I can't figure it out. Some of my memes on TikTok, they'll get blocked by the For You page. And how you know they're being blocked by the For You page is if you click on the analytics on the video. So if you click the number of views in the corner on the video, it will show all the analytics on the post, and it will tell you that this post won't be shown in the FYP, the For You page. So if you can make your videos longer, if you can add multiple scenes, put more effort into the editing, make it more original, that does increase the chances that your video will be shown in the For You page. Sometimes they block movie scenes. I don't know if it's a copyright issue. A lot of the videos I'm posting that have clips from movies and TV shows, they get blocked. But yet some get through, so it can be hit or miss. It's pretty annoying, but it's worth trying, it's worth posting, and worst case scenario, you can just repost the video meme to Instagram, so it's not all bad. But it does seem that short single scene memes are getting flagged and a lot of them won't be shown. One thing you can try and do is extend the length of the video so you can put it on a loop. So if it runs for 6 seconds, just duplicate the video and it will run for 12 seconds, but it's just repeating the same video. Now, another workaround, if you see that message that your meme won't be shown in the For You page, is to try and find the clip that you used on CapCut as a template. So for example, with this one here, rather than using the actual video clip from Breaking Bad, I went to CapCut and found that they had this actual clip as a template. So all I needed to do then was add a background image on CapCut and then re-upload it. So if I had just posted the video clip directly onto TikTok, it most likely would have got flagged for copyright. But because I used the CapCut template, it bypasses the copyright issues. So see what you can find on CapCut. Use the templates rather than the actual clips. Another option is, like I've shown you already, is the slider image posts on TikTok. They don't get blocked. So if an image post does well on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, you can turn it into a slider post on TikTok, like I showed you with the stabbing meme. If you are posting images on TikTok, you want to make sure that the text is visible. And in the resources below this video, I've included a link to a Figma template. It's called TikTok image template, and this shows you what parts of the TikTok screen will block out your image. So the area in white here is going to be visible on TikTok. Let's say I add an image, I'll show you now. Yeah, so I'm gonna drag in this meme here, and if I was to post it here like this, I'll just drag on the left hand side, you can drag the safe zone template to the top layer. So again, this is to show you what's going to get blocked if you post the image on TikTok. So if I was to just remove the safe zone layer, download this and re-upload it to TikTok, the text here ready to is going to be blocked by the TikTok interface. So what I'll do is I'll drag the image I want to post on TikTok into Figma, place it correctly so that everything shows. Then I'll remove the safe zone template and just click export, and then I can upload to TikTok, and I know that all of the text and the image is going to be visible. And in the resources below this section as well, I have the same safe zone template for Instagram Reels. So same thing again. And if you want to use a black background, just scroll that above the white background and vice versa. What doesn't seem to get flagged by TikTok, clips from award show like the one I showed you from Cillian Murphy floating around the Golden Globes, when celebrities upload clips of themselves. I showed you the Joe Rogan clip of him in an ice bath. Interviews seem to be okay. So really the problem lies with clips from TV shows or movies. So with LinkedIn, a lot of people are censoring themselves because their employer is on LinkedIn, so they can't say what they truly feel because it might offend their employer and they might lose their job and lose their income. So there's a lot on the line for people when it comes to LinkedIn. So you may have to censor your content a little bit, or just keep this in mind when you're posting to LinkedIn. But with that being said, sometimes I'll just post whatever. Like I'll just post things that people can't engage with, and most people on LinkedIn are lurkers, so they won't engage with your content, but they see it. So if your engagement is lower on LinkedIn, don't be disheartened by that, because most people can't like or share or comment. To get high engagement, you would need to post content that everyone can get behind. For example, taking the piss out of LinkedIn influencers. You can also experiment with GIFs on LinkedIn as memes. For example, I posted this meme here of the light leaving the new hire. And because video memes haven't done too well for me in the past, if I can find a meme as a GIF, I'll just reshare the GIF. So you can post GIFs on LinkedIn, they'll show up like this. And this done pretty decent comparatively. So that's one way to increase the probability of higher engagement on your LinkedIn posts. If you are posting on LinkedIn, as people like and comment, make sure you connect with those people, because that's how you build up loyalty with people who are likely to engage with your posts. Because if they like your memes, well then connect with them. They're more likely then to see them on their feed. You can also set up a business page on LinkedIn, and you can invite up to 250 people a month. So when you create your page, if you go to analytics, click followers, click and then scroll down, grow your followers, invite connections, and I've already used most of mine up. But yeah, you can just click on all of these people and invite them to your business page. So it's a hack that you can use to build up followers on LinkedIn. So what you have to do though, when you post on your business page, is that for your post to show up in other people's feed, you need to comment and like the post as yourself. So on your page here, after you post on your business page, you click view as a member, and then just go to your posts and just comment something. So I posted this one here, meet the two Karens insisting on 5 days a week in the office, and I changed to my personal account, leave a comment saying boo, like, and my connections on LinkedIn for the Paddy Jobson profile, they will see me commenting on this, and then that way it increases the number of people that will see the post from my business page. So this is just a way to increase your following on LinkedIn, to get your name out. So definitely worth experimenting with. On Facebook, when you set up a Facebook page, you'll have Facebook Business Manager, and you'll see here that on the home page, if you scroll down, explore more ways to grow, and you'll see here send invitations. So every day you can send up to 1,000 invitations. These invitations go out to people who have engaged with your content. So make sure you make that a daily habit to invite people who engage with your stuff. On Instagram, again, liking all the comments. Anyone that shares your post to their story, you can like the story pretty easily from your notifications page. The fastest way to grow at the moment, Instagram Reels. It's insane, the reach of Instagram Reels. If you can crack TikTok, the algorithm will shove your video in front of millions of people fairly quickly as well. On Facebook, I'm finding images perform best. That's not to say that on Instagram the images don't perform well. They do. They they can perform very well. Really, it just comes down to posting quality content as always. Now, a few other basic tips. So you want to try and engage with your audience as much as possible. Sometimes you might not have the head for it, but definitely, like comments. If something sparks your interest, reply. The less serious, the better. Try and have fun. For example, I'm constantly taking the piss on LinkedIn, just trying to highlight just the ridiculousness of what people are saying on there. And I have fun with it. It's not something that I say, oh, I'm going to do 10 minutes of this every day. It's just as I'm on LinkedIn, I'll do a scroll, and if something sparks my curiosity or my desire to shitpost, then I'll write something. You also want to be careful about getting second opinions, because there's been so many occasions where I've ran a meme by someone and they didn't quite get it, and then in fact the meme did quite well. So of course you want to get feedback, but test it with your audience on social media, because one person's opinion is not a big enough sample to figure out if it's going to land or if the meme is going to flop. Now I want to touch on mindset. So some days you're going to have it and some days you won't have it. There's days where the ideas will just flow through you and you're unstoppable. And then there's days where you're second guessing yourself. You're not sure if the meme is funny or not. And on those days, it's just best not to post. Rather than posting something low quality, I'll just wait. I remember I went 5 days without posting anything because I just had no motivation. I wasn't in the right headspace. Now that rarely happens, but I will take a day break here and there if I'm not feeling it, because when you do have a good meme, you know straight away, you get that feeling this is going to be a banger. It just comes to you, you know it's going to be a winner, and generally you won't have any hesitation. You'll just go bang, that's going to do well. Now it doesn't always do well, but the point is that you're not always going to be top of your game, and it's best to wait until the creative juices are flowing rather than just posting something just for the sake of posting. You don't have to post every day. Of course, that is the ideal, to get out at least one post a day. That's how you grow your audience on social media. But if you miss a day here or there, it's not the end of the world. Don't beat yourself up. Just say, look, I'm going to come back tomorrow. Today, we rest. Now, I just want to give you a few reminders before we wrap up. So not every meme you post is going to be a winner. You will have misses. You will have memes that just completely flop and you're like, why the fuck did that flop? Don't beat yourself up. This is just part and parcel of the creation process. It does hurt. Like, you can't help but, like, you're expecting a post to do well and doesn't do well. You're like, all right, that's a kick in the fucking ghoulies. But all of this gives you data. You figure out, okay, you can ask yourself, why didn't this perform well? Maybe the message was too complicated. The text was too complicated. There was an easier way to communicate your message. Maybe it was just too nuanced. It wasn't clear enough. Maybe you need to reformat the text. Maybe it just wasn't funny. Some things just, people won't get your humor, or maybe it was just funny to you at the time. That's the thing. You're just constantly experimenting. You're constantly gathering data, and you're constantly figuring out what messages, topics, themes work and what don't. And by just posting like regularly, you figure out what works, what doesn't work. And like I've shown you, you end up with a folder of content that has proven to perform well across image, across video, across different images. You find what message people enjoy or what message resonates, and eventually you'll have a library of winning memes that you can just constantly remix and recycle and mix around to repost and figure out other ways of communicating that message through image and video. And this will happen by default if you continue to show up and continue to analyze what memes are working, what memes aren't working, and then using that information to create your next meme. It takes way longer than you think to build up a following. At the start, it's gonna feel like it's completely pointless. At the start when I was posting on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, go back to my very first post on Instagram, I'm getting 20 likes. And that's normal. That's just part of the process of building up a page. You're just, at the start, you're not gonna get any action. But you'll start to get momentum, you'll start to gather traction, and you just have to keep showing up. And just on the idea generation process, if you do come across a good meme or a good template and nothing comes to mind, and you're playing around with it, if nothing comes to mind, just park it, leave it there, because something will come back to you later on. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but in a month, you'll figure out a way to use that meme or that template or that message, and you'll find a way that you can communicate it to your audience. Because there's a million ideas out there. There's just always a new idea that you can find, and a lot of the times straight away you'll know, I know what to do with that. So just keep testing, keep learning, do more of what works, do less of what doesn't, and just keep reviewing your memes, how they're performing, figuring out what's working and what's not working. And try not to overthink the content creation process, because if you get tied to, oh, this post has to do good, and you start second guessing yourself, and you start clinging to the outcome, oh, I have to get good engagement here, this will get in the way of your creation process. So don't overthink it, just fuck it. If it does well, it does well. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because if you're clinging to the outcome, this has to perform well, I can't let this flop, that's going to get in the way of your creative process. So just relax and have fun with it. That's I know it's a bit of a contradiction. You want to grow, but to grow, you have to care less. The less you care, the more you'll be able to just create freely, post what you think is funny, what you think is humorous, what you think is a good message, rather than just, clinging to that outcome. Now I want to talk about how you can use memes to make sales, to promote your business, to promote your workshop, to promote your ebooks, to sell. And the best way to demonstrate how to sell using memes is by just giving you a bunch of examples of how I've used memes to make sales, to promote my newsletter, to promote my workshops, to sell products. And as well as that, I'm going to show you examples of how other creators have used memes pretty cleverly to make sales or to promote their newsletter or whatever. So we're just going to go through a bunch of examples now just to give you some ideas. It's pretty straightforward. So when you're using memes to pitch something, to sell something, again, you want to try and appeal to the emotions of your target audience. So for example here, I posted a meme that related to people looking for a job after something annoying has happened at work. So I'm targeting people who are sick of their job, and then my pitch is in the caption that if you want to set something up for yourself, I'm hosting a workshop on how to start an online business, link in my bio, and I also shared this to my story as well. So capture the pain in the meme and then offer the solution in the caption. That's the formula. Another example here, how to get a new job, update your resume. Again, no one wants to do that, but in the caption here, I'm pitching my free workshop on YouTube and telling them, look, I'm making it super easy. You get everything that you need to write your resume. It will be less painful than what you imagine. Another one here, so I'm capturing the pain of trying to get a job using LinkedIn, but no one's viewing your profile. And then in the comments here, I'm pitching my LinkedIn workshop, telling people how they can get recruiters knocking on their door using the methods in the workshop. Here's another one. So last month I promoted a site-wide sale, a discount of 60% on all my career resources, and I promoted it by getting across the complications of getting a job in 2024. So how the professor explains it, how my friend tries to explain it. The original meme was how the Indian guy on YouTube explains it, and I just changed it to how the Irish YouTube guy explains it. And it's a straight road. So you see here, someone goes Irish, you mean Indian. So, people are familiar with this meme. Another one here about the showdown between recruiters and job seekers when it comes to your salary expectations. And then in the caption, I include a pitch to my salary negotiation playbook. So, helping people resolve this issue that they're facing. Another example here, when I get home, I'm going to update my resume, and then when you get home, you're in agony. And then I just pitch my online job search course here in the comments. And then I made a video meme of that image meme. Same thing again. Me at work, when I get home, I'm going to update my resume and find a new job. And then when you get home, you're just ruined. I've showed you this one already. But yeah, in the caption, if you need help, check my info for a CV workshop. And what you can do on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn as well is that if you have a meme that's starting to get traction, you can edit the caption and add your pitch to your product, to whatever you're selling, in the scenario that you just posted the meme just for fun, just to get some content out there. So then that way, as more and more people start to view the meme, they're also seeing what you're selling or what you have to offer. I also use memes to give advice as well, job search advice. So you see here me taking one last look at my manager for emailing my 2 weeks notice, and then in the caption I'm just giving some free value to my audience with a resignation email template, really simple one. Here's another example. In the caption I'm giving networking tips. This meme here about inflation just making your salary raise completely obsolete, and in the caption on LinkedIn I'm telling people that look, if they haven't got a salary raise in the last year, they've taken a pay cut, so it's time to go ask your manager for a raise. Here's another one here. The meme captures the pain of applying for a job, and then in the caption I'm including a low effort method for updating your CV with ChatGPT. So again, this got lots of views, lots of people seeing this, so lots of people would have seen how they can easily update their CV as well. So I'm helping people as well as getting out banging memes. So yeah, I've got loads of examples here just to show you how you can use memes to demonstrate your expertise in a certain area, which, you're getting engagement from the meme, you're entertaining people, but you're also educating people as well. I've included all of these examples in a swipe file in the resources below this section, just to give you more ideas on how you can use memes to show off your knowledge, your expertise, give value, and that's going to help build up your following. Now I'm going to show you examples of how other creators and companies have used memes to promote their business, to make sales. This page here, Overheard on Wall Street on Instagram, do a great job of promoting, their reports, their free offers. You see here how it feels negotiating comp armed with the Overheard at Wall Street comp report. So they're gathering emails through this meme. You can see here they have link in bio. I've seen this quite a lot where people will screenshot a fake text, and you can do this on canva.com. They have text message templates that you can quickly edit and make it look like you've taken it from your phone. So, mom, did you really get that card for your dad? What is wrong with you? And then it just pitches a bunch of Father's Day cards that, are quite funny. And in the caption here, they've tagged the company selling these cards. So this is a collaboration. This is a funny one here. So me after a cheat meal saying I'm going to start eating healthier, and Bamboo Athletics are, in the nutrition space, in the health industry. So this meme goes well with what they're selling. This is another example of the fake screenshots that again you can use, or you can find the templates for these on Canva. So they have here, human resources, stop wearing that hat to the office. We've told you on repeated occasions to stop wearing that hat to the office. If repeated, we will have to. And then they just show off the hat, abolish HR, brilliant. They have the coupon code as well, the Gen10 for 10% off. And if you go to their link in bio, you'll see that they're selling a bunch of hats. So that's how they're using the slider images on TikTok to sell their hats. I'd also recommend looking at what Aldi are doing on social media. They do a great job of using memes to take shots at their competition. I'll show you a few examples here. It's giving Tesco, they're just going at them. Yeah, they're just going at Tesco here. Like, it's just great. Recommend taking a look at them. Trashcan Paul, it's a very popular Instagram meme page, and he is getting paid by McDonald's. You see here ad. So he has a hash brown here. This is a common meme, popular meme online, and he just has the hash brown there. If only your man kept digging. This is a travel agent, so booking a vacation on your own using a travel agent. So pretty nice way to get your name out there as a travel agent. Another travel agency, interviewer, why do you want this job? I have to work to support my travel addiction. So again, you're just making memes around your product or service. Dollar Shave Club, so a single drop of sweat, and then they're promoting their ball spray product. This is a good one. How I Sleep at Night Knowing Candy Kittens Are Vegan and Palm Oil Free. So Candy Kittens are just letting you know that their products are vegan and palm oil free. What the fuck is vegan cat food? That doesn't make sense, because cats need meat. I don't know. The world's gone mad. High Drop here are promoting their alkaline water with the popular meme here of the guy looking at the The arse of the woman. Me explain to my partner how we can adopt 4 more dogs, yappy.com. Wall Street Oasis, these do a good job of using memes to promote their products and collaborations as well. So they're promoting a consultancy academy, a consultant academy, how to become a consultant. Also check out Brave Software. So all they do is they just seem to post memes, really, but they're just constantly posting memes. They're brilliant. So it's worth checking out Brave Software to get some inspiration on how to promote your products, how to promote your services. Another one here, Dad Wilder. So this was around Mother's Day. The line of dads that forget to order their Mother's Day gift in time. So it's very smart marketing. They have the discount code in the caption here and the slider for their products. Very smart. Here's Ruffles here. So someone opens a bag, me, put them in my hand. Crypto giggle, don't you already have enough Bitcoin? Yes. Yesterday I sold my chair for more Bitcoin. That's funny because they're not saying yes. That's pretty smart. I'm going to do something with that. Fiat added a meme in the New York Times. It's pretty interesting. Nissan and Renault checking out the Fiat. Pretty straightforward marketing here. Another example here, me, lunch, and Jimmy John's. This meme was blowing up during COVID. Bernie Sanders on a chair, and IKEA jumped on this and they sold the gloves and the chair. Very smart. Very simple here. If you're running a promotion, you can have a dog. There's lots of pictures of animals on laptops, funny enough. And they're just adding their discount code, or they're just, popping in their promotion in the caption. Here's another good one, Finimize, showing Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, struggling to figure it out, and then loaded on the right hand side. So again, that contrast meme showing the before and after, they work really, really well. Here's another one from Investopic, the hat company I already showed you. Boss, don't wear that in front of clients. And then when you click right, it says fuck the clients. Here was a good one as well. Me on my way to give my girlfriend the best Valentine's card she will ever receive. So at the top they have the video of Patrick Bateman walking around like a fucking psycho, and then the card at the bottom, I'll never ever 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 leave you. Use code CRACK for 10% off. Pretty smart. Here's this Finimize crowd again, offering financial advice. So my friends, struggling to figure out how to invest, and then the guy on the right reads Finimize for 10 minutes. Jimmy John's here, they seem to do a good job with memes. Can't wait to show off my summer bod, also me, and then they just stick in their product. This was a good one by McDonald's. Society, if the McFlurry spoon was also a straw. I mean, just fucking make it then, Just, you can implement this. But this meme is quite popular, society, if, and then something that something everyone wants. This was a cool one here. Did you ever see something so cute that it makes you want to buy it? This was a candle company, or a candle holder company. Alright, so it's one of them video sliders for TikTok. Bro, we need you to dress appropriately for the protest. This is by Spirit Capital on TikTok. I got you, don't worry. Tax the poor, normalize tax fraud. And then it's a slider, just a bunch of images where you can browse through all of their merch. I've seen an Enron one there. So yeah, these are unhinged Americans just having a good time. Great music as well. Dire Straits in the background. Here's another one. Official work memes. The perfect DIY Christmas cards for your sarcastic co-workers. Last chance, find them in your bio. They're using the slider images on Instagram. And again, they're just throwing all their cards in that slider post. Oh, this was a cool one. This was a video ad on Instagram. Me, 2 a.m. I'm tired, time for bed, we're done.
We're done. I say we're done.
So that's a famous line from Walter White in Breaking Bad. So they've incorporated that into the meme. Really smart. You wouldn't let someone control your life, and then they have an app for blocking social media platforms on your phone. Domino's here had a good one. Certified dip obsessed. And with all the pregnant emojis, they just added their garlic dipping sauce. Pretty smart. Here's another one from Tinder. So again, they're using that famous meme. They've actually got their own actors for it because there's probably a copyright issue. So me, food in the fridge, ordering in. Me, memes on billboard. Is this advertising? So that's pretty funny. So that's pretty much it. The idea here was just to give you a whole bunch of ideas on how you can use memes to promote your business, your whatever you're selling, whatever your employer's selling if you work for someone. And all of the examples you'll find in a swipe file below this video. So yeah, just experiment with your memes, with your captions, mix it up, try some of them slider posts out, and have fun with it. Now, before I let you go, I've got one last thing to share with you. So I've launched an online community called the School of Memes. What is it? Well, it's a community to make your life as a content creator much easier, because creating high quality original memes every day consistently, it's fucking hard. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of research, it takes a lot of experimentation to figure out what's going to land with your audience. So the idea of the community is to take a lot of that pain away, and it's going to do that in a couple of ways. The first way is that I'm going to be sending you meme templates every week, video and image meme templates. So every week I'll send you an email with 5 new meme templates, and they're going to be formatted, ready to go. And this is what the email will look like. So you see here that I'm providing you with the meme template, instructions on how you can apply the meme to your audience. If I've used the meme, I'm going to share with you an example of how I applied the template to my own audience. And then I'll be sharing examples of how other creators have used the meme to engage with their audience. So you'll have tons of ideas on how you can use each meme template to post on your own social media pages. And I'll also be providing you with the template that you can edit yourself. Each image meme template is hosted on Figma. It's free, it's really easy to use, and you'll be able to just customize the meme caption yourself. The image size is already formatted for social media, so you'll just need to go in, edit the caption to the meme, and then you can just export the file and upload it to social media. So this is what I mean by a lot of the pain being taken away. It's going to save you a ton of time in terms of gathering meme images, figuring out what to say on each meme, how to caption it. You'll also get video meme templates as well. So I'll supply you with the MP4 file, and then there'll be detailed instructions on how you can apply the video meme to your audience. If I have any other tips for generating ideas with the meme, I'll include them in the instructions. And lastly, you'll also get a business promotion meme template. So I'm going to give you a template of how you can use the meme to promote your product or service or whatever you're selling. So you'll get an example of how the meme is being used. You'll get detailed instructions on how to write the caption. You'll get examples. I'll also explain how you can add a call to action to direct people to your website, to your landing page. So all the legwork will be done for you. And when you join, you'll also get access to the meme archive, which will include all the previously released meme templates. So with these templates, you'll spend a lot less time digging for gold, trying to find memes. The community is going to act as an aggregator of quality memes that you can quickly edit, tailor to your own audience, and bang them out. And you'll also get updates on any new meme that's trending online. And this is an example of how you'll get notified of trending memes. So at Glastonbury, a busker came up to do a Lipa. She was completely uninterested. So as the meme is blowing up, I'll be gathering the best examples of how people are using the meme to create engaging content. I'll be providing you with examples of the meme being used in the email. And if I jump on the trend, I'll also be providing you with an example of how I've applied the meme to my own audience. And to help you with the idea generation process, I'll also be providing you with instructions on how you can apply the meme to your own audience. I'll throw in some instructions to help spark ideas, give you some example scenarios of how you can use the meme. And this way I'll be able to jump on viral trends, use them to engage with your audience, use them to build up your followers. And with more followers, you'll have more of an audience then to pitch your products, your services, whatever you have to offer. So by being part of the community, you'll stay ahead of trends, because part of my job is being chronically online. So as a meme is popping off, I'm getting notified straight away, and then I'll be able to share with you what's trending, what's going viral, and then Bob's your uncle. But more importantly, it's going to be a place where you can connect with other content creators, where you can exchange ideas, where you can get feedback on your ideas, where you can learn what's working for other companies, other businesses, other individuals and figuring out, okay, that's working for them. How can I apply those insights to my own audience? So in the community, we're all learning alongside one another. We're all going to be sharing how we're creating, what we're creating. I'm going to be sharing with you my own creation process, what memes have worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, and what I'm learning, anything new I've come across. And this way the community will become an aggregator of quality content, because we're all going to be taking advantage of each other's knowledge and using that knowledge exchange to create more engaging content, to grow our followers, to build our personal brand, and ultimately to make more sales. And in the community, you'll be able to ask me anything you want. I'll share with you the strategies that I've used to grow my own social media following, both in the past and what I'm working on now. So who is this community for? Well, it's for content creators, freelancers, business owners, social media teams, anyone who wants to grow their online following and build their business. The community is for both complete beginners who are looking to just get started in content creation, and marketing veterans who are just looking to streamline their content creation process. So if you'd like to join the School of Memes community, I've provided a link below this video. Get in there, join the party, we'll have a good time. And yeah, that wraps up the whole shindig here. Thanks for listening, thanks for your time, and yeah, just have fun out there. Take care.